everyone. Thanks for joining me. This is Connie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the paper piecing process for this cute little Chicky. It's called from Treasure Box Designs. So I'm going to go ahead and get started if I can retrieve my tweezers. Forgot I was using it for something else. So I want to welcome everybody to my channel. I hope you are all having a great day. It's nice and sunny here today. I want to make sure I don't lose those eyebrows. I just see myself doing that. So be very careful. I don't have anything glued together. I just have some uh, Nouveau drops in carnation, no, excuse me, dandelion yellow in the centers of the flowers. And I will get a size on this in a moment. I know I resized it a little bit. Just don't remember exactly how much. So about 3.5 inches it is tall, and then whatever the width is, it's approximately just over like maybe 3 5/8 inch wide, about that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, and I do skip around, is if you don't know that, I don't always paper piece, excuse me, in any sort of order. Go ahead and put that on. My glue here. I'm trying to work on some spring things. And I know I'm rushing spring because about the time I do this, we'll have a snowstorm or something. We haven't had snow really all winter, and so it's about time. But I did some Valentine's things, not as much as I had planned on, but other things changed. But I just needed to work on some spring things, different colors, a little bit different color palette. Now this little piece right here of the yellow is supposed to protrude there. Excuse me, I'm hoping my voice will stay. I'm not going to put this on yet. I'm going to get the colored pencils out and do a little bit of shading with that. Let's put the flowers on. This piece is what I would consider more, I'll just say an easier piece, just because it's mostly layering. It's not anything you have to figure out where pieces go as far as it's got the whole piece there. You just put stuff on top of one another, which makes it quite easy. But I thought it was cute for Easter or spring, either one. So I decided I would go ahead and put it together for you, give you my take on it. And I apologize, colors I don't know. Again, because I use so many scraps, I just, yeah, anything from, what do I want to say? My flowers on. Anything from, like, Recollections or is it Paper Studio? I don't know which one is which. Michaels and Hobby Lobby. No, yeah, Hobby Lobby that I'm using up to American Crafts, Encore, Basil. Those are the main ones I would have. So I can tell you that I'll be glad to use up my Hobby Lobby and uh, Michael's papers for paper piecing. I use it for other stuff, but for paper piecing because it's not as sturdy and it's harder for me to, excuse me, harder for me to ink. So sorry, I'm just putting glue on here. This little chickie, it's just so happy and yeah, springy. It just kind of spoke to me, I guess we'll say. I purposely didn't ink all of the edges this time, something new for me. It's just a little bit quicker and I thought I don't need it, so Do it this way. So I'm curious what everyone is working on. Are you working on Valentine's or other projects? I've got if I get to it soon enough, scrapbook project I want to put together. I just have to go back and figure out which paper pieces I'm using. I've got two different sets. I have to look and see. So that's the first set of wings. You actually wouldn't have to use it, um, depending upon how you chalk these and stuff, but it'll give it just a little bit of highlight back there if you can see. So I do like it there. Can just glue in this. And I also am working on some happy mail for spring and Easter. Boy, excuse my voice, it's just going to get worse, I'm afraid, but you can put it with the scratchiness. I appreciate it. Okay, and pink one goes on first, the blue one goes on over the top. No big deal if you do it the other way. And I did purposely layer those just a bit in so you could see that little bit of orange in the background for a little bit more dimension. Again, personal preference. So, oops. For some reason, I wanted to put these both the same way because I just did a dry run of them and I do the same things. So I was. So, okay. Now I'm going to do my mouth. And I used to put my mouths upside down on my chicks and my ducks. This piece, there is a top and a bottom. And the top is a little bit more curved than the bottom, I believe. Yeah, this one doesn't fit as well here. So it does go, and this piece, that part goes to the top. I had to look at that a few times. I don't know why I always used to put it at the bottom, and it never looked different, but I thought I would do it properly for a change. Oh, come on. I'm going to leave that set for a moment. I'm going to work on the eyes. Because I have to put these kind of on together, so to speak. If there are any, excuse me, paper pieces you would like to see put together, don't be afraid to say something in the comments. Just leave a comment and I will gladly do that for you, help you out. Especially if you're newer to paper piecing, it can be sometimes a bit overwhelming, I think. I'm going to do the cheeks first, if I can find some tools here. Everything kind of goes flying lately. Give me a quick moment. Just trying to decide what size brush I wanted to use. That kind of where I want it, yeah. I've got enough on here to make do with what I want. And I'll just take a little bit off. I think it's just a little too much there. We'll see. No, we're gonna leave it like that, just with plenty on. Now what I want to do is leave those there. Put the mouth on. So they have to come down some. Because I'm trying to kind of line stuff up here. That's what I'm aiming for one thing, for centering it. But these are going to come up to about here, and it's pretty close to the bottom. Get it straight for you guys. So I'm going to put a pencil mark here. That's going to get covered up anyway if I can't get it erased. It'll get covered up with the beak. Let's see how that looks. Going to leave it. Let's see. Get some glue on here. Bring this down just a tad. Doesn't have to be up quite that high. Okay, and then we'll put the eyelashes on. I think if I were making this again, I'm not sure. I might use a little bit darker, maybe yellow instead of orange. I just went with what the picture had, and it looked more orange, but it's okay. Once you get it all together and get the detailing in, it'll look very nice. So, cute little guy. Even so far without any detailing, I think it's cute. Let's see if I can get these. No, I gotta move my tweezers around. You could give it a different expression by moving the eyepieces around. And I know they're a little off, but that's okay. It's just give it some character. Now what I'm looking for is a, excuse me, pink pencil, colored pencil. And this is a challenge because my pink in mine is kind of, I think it's kind of a weird pink, but it's okay. I'll manage. So first, I want to come in here a little bit with this one. And then this goes up and down, okay? I don't know if you can see there's little grooves in there to fit it. So I'm going to put it this way first, just to figure out where I want my lines. And same here. And then once I put it in, it'll be fine. Let's see. So it just gives it a little bit of dimension on the bow. I need to get the lid back on my glue. For some reason that's been a problem lately. I don't know. I keep getting told to go to the eye doctor, but why rush? I am not putting any black or anything on for my eyes. I will put some eyelashes on. And yes, I draw them in because I can't do them without doing that. Let's see. I'm using a 005. Oh, well, I pulled the wrong one out. Sorry. 005. It'll focus that. It's the micron 005. And even if I don't get them straight on the pencil lines, I'll be erasing the pencil lines, so I'm good. And I'm curved a little bit. So it looks kind of funky now, but it'll change. One moment, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't want to cough in your ear. I'm going to see if this pen works today. Not great, but I might have to go over it. Yeah, I will. I gotta let it dry though first a little bit, so I'll come back to that. Having problems with all my pens lately. Oh, let's see if this one writes. Not really. I go through I change white gel pens so often, which do write and which don't write, so don't think this one did very well either. Oh, better. Let's see if we can. Just trying to make these more vibrant. Yellow does not pick up the highlighting very well, so and for once I'm doing this before I add the chalk in or the what I want to say. I'm using ink, but the white highlighting, I should say. Okay, now I will find my little or not. Hmm. I can find everything, and then I get on film and I can't find anything. I don't know how this works, but it does. And I use picket fence distress ink for highlighting. This might be kind of. I think it's time to do some refills there. Before I forget, if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment. And I always forget to say something, I believe, but I want to thank everyone for watching and for all your support. You guys are awesome. I love reading your comments. You're always so kind. Thank you. What am I doing here? I've got a. Oh, it's time to wash my brush. I have glitter stuck in my brush for one thing. Doesn't help. I didn't realize that. That has to be, that and filling ink pads has to be one of my two least favorite things to do when it comes to paper piecing. It just, see if I can get this to work this way. The only thing with the ink is once it's on, if you have an ink eraser, you can get it off if it's too much, but um, it is harder to get off is all. So, okay, there is my finished paper piece. I want to thank you for watching. You guys have an awesome day and take care, everybody.